Alright, vid 3, the last video in this series, but the one that perhaps tackles the largest problem. I want to tell you about a little story that happened to me today. I came across this story this morning. Heather messaged me on Facebook. The Emerald Duke sent me the video with a message on YouTube, and I finally got around to watching it this morning because last night, again, some crazy shit happened family-wise, and well, I was a little bit preoccupied. Both the wife and I were with my family down in Texas, but yeah, so I got to it this morning, was out delivering, and yeah, nothing like driving and crying, right? I don't care, y'all can call me a wimp or whatever, but if you watched that and didn't cry, I'd be a little worried. I'd wonder if things are ticking and talking okay inside of that chest of yours. But naturally, I wanted to call somebody. You know, you see something like that, you gotta talk. You gotta talk. And the wife was working, unfortunately, so I couldn't call her. So I called somebody else that's near and dear to me, and I'm going to leave names out because our relationship, although a necessary relationship, is kind of on a tightrope right now. So it's doing the dance up there above the ground. But I call her up. God, I'm already giving away. Y'all probably guessed who I called, but I talked about the story, and I talked about how it was really beating me up, and I talked about how I really fear for humanity. I fear for humanity. I'm afraid. When you see the people walking by, you see the driver run over once, run over twice, and then a second driver run over, it really gets you, it kills a little bit of that hope in you. I know that these things happen all over the world. They're not just limited to China, and unfortunately / fortunately, it was captured on video. Unfortunately, in that this video will be used to paint China in a horrific picture. It will not take into account the good deeds that do happen there, and good deeds do happen there. It's like every other country. There's good deeds and there's bad deeds. Fortunately, it did happen so that we could address this issue and the people could be held accountable. This stimulated a discourse, which is so very, very important in this day and age. But I talked about the video, my hopelessness in humanity, our lacking moral aptitude, our lack of compassion, our lack of empathy, sympathy, and the person on the other end of the line said, if you concern yourself too much with the ills of the world, pretty soon you're going to look for that mothership. Implying that, well, one of two things. Either A, she was trying to metaphorically say that you lose touch with humanity, or B, she was being literal and basically said that I would join that, what was the name of that? Heaven's Gate. I mean, they're all gone now, but some of you might remember that Hale-Bopp comet going by, that crazy guy Doe, his real name was John Applegate, convinced the people to neuter themselves, shave their heads, wear black clothes, wear Nikes, and commit suicide so that they could fly on that comet back to their home or whatever. It's pretty nutty stuff. But, that's what she said. And it pissed me off at first. I was pretty pissed. I was really pissed, but for the sake of diplomacy, I kept my mouth shut. I didn't say anything because, like I said, the relationship was on a tightrope, and I'm just like, leave it for another day. And as I'm driving down the road, country road, amidst the beautiful orange maple leaves, yellow maple leaves, it's fall here, I thought, damn, she just proved my point. She proved my point. She did me a favor. She influenced me, not in the way she wanted to influence me, mind you. What do I mean by that? By implying that having too much concern and too much compassion and too much sympathy and empathy. By implying that I would leave for the mothership, she basically made the argument that those values are alien to the contemporary human condition. And I don't mean alien as in E.T., I mean they are beyond the realm of the modern day human experience. Those are not values fit for what the majority deems as societal survival anymore. It's all about money now. It's all about greed right now. It's all about me, me, me right now. And those values have no place in that portrait. And the fact that it came from the person that it did further invoked fear in me per se, but it also made me far more resolute in that I will do what I can to promote those values. And it might hurt me in the long run, but lucky for me, I've always had this sense of remaining true to my own sense of integrity, in hell with what the ads tell me. My integrity is far more important than a pair of shoes. It's far more important than an SUV. It's far more important than a ring or a necklace or a diamond or a t-shirt or a meal at a specific restaurant. If this is freaky. This is the global problem. This is the human problem. You look at everything that's going by so blindingly fast lately. The Arab Spring, the Occupy movement, the constant bickering in Congress, the everything. It's just this intricate web wherein if you were to evaluate it value-based, you would see almost mathematically what it is I'm talking about. And I am not about to give up those ideals, that particular ideal, so that I may become one of the mainstream, that I become one of these people that is more apt to make a run for the next iPhone as opposed to helping somebody who's hurt on my way towards picking up that new iPhone. So I beseech you all, and the thing is, the really cool thing about you all is I know that we're of a like mindset. We might not always agree on everything, but I beseech you all to maintain that ideal and never let go of it. Hug it as if it were Wang Yue, that little girl, because I have no doubt in my mind that's what she would want. She would want us to explode with the compassion that was not shown her. And I hate to bust it to you all, but Lynn can't get away from the newsfeed, and it doesn't look like she's going to live. And even should she live, and this is a beef I do have with China, they're not equipped to deal with people that have mental trauma. And I've seen it on the streets there. But again, that's not only limited to China. Yue, the 2-year-old that was the other day, is no more. But if she had a wish, I think this would be it. That we explode with the compassion and the concern and the sympathy and the empathy that was not shown her, save from that one person at the very end who stopped and said, "My God, there's a bleeding child here." That's some food for thought, you all. Sleep on it, take it once more in the morning, and let me know how you feel. That's all I got for now. Later. Peace.